Hello students, I hope your preparation for CAT exam is going on in a very balanced way. Now here the balance I would mean that you are spending the requisite amount of time in your data interpretation questions as well as in your analytical reasoning questions. Now students, today I am here to discuss about data interpretation, which is a very important component of the CAT exam on the whole, as well as particularly talking about your quant and DI section. Now here I am going to discuss an actual CAT DI set, which if you solve by lengthier approach, you will take around maybe 4 to 5 minutes to solve a question, and if you try to do it logically, you may be able to solve this in 30 to 40 seconds. Let's have a look at the question, students. This question here is talking about 10th class board examination. 5 different groups is being talked about: PCB, mathematics, social science, vernacular and English. The marks are out of 100. After that, you have taken the individual average of the groups, and finally the simple average of all the different groups is made as your final score. Now D is a student whose marks in English paper 2 have been intentionally removed. Now this is a table, this is a partial table. In the actual CAT paper there were 10 students. Here we are taking only 3 students to have lesser information here. Now the question is, how much did D get in English paper 2? Now students, you want to calculate D's marks in English paper. So here I have taken only D's marks. Let me talk about the traditional method to answer this. Now we need to find his average in PCB group, which will be the sum of the 3 terms given divided by 3 plus 95 score plus 96 and 95 2 marks in social science group plus 96 plus 94 again 2 papers in vernacular group plus 96 and X which is missing, again it's a 2 paper group. Now this whole, and then we need to divide it by 5 because we want to find this average, and students, that term is given to us as equal to 96. You can just imagine if you solve this how much time it is going to take, right students? Now let's solve the same question with the help of a shorter method. Now what we do here, can we see his PCB group average is 98 whereas his final average is 96. So in PCB group he is having an average which is 2 more. In mathematics group his score is 95, which is 1 less than the average. In social science group his average you can see 95.5. So this is minus 0.5 as compared to 96 students. In V group his average is 95, which is 1 less than the required. And English we don't know. Now students, average is average because the number of pluses has to be equal to the number of minuses, or its net impact has to be equal to 0. Now you just try to solve it here. You can cancel this plus 2 with this minus 1 and minus 1. Now students, you have a minus of 0.5 here. In order to negate this minus of 0.5 here, can you say you need to have a plus of 0.5 here? Or the average which is missing, you need to have an average of 96.5 students. Now here if you see in 2 papers, 1 paper he has 96. What should be his score in the second paper to get an average of 96.5? So you can say that has to be equal to 97. So this 97 that you attain will become your answer. Right students? This question, if you solve by the earlier method I told you, this is very time consuming. But if you apply this shortcut, you are dealing only with small numbers, your answer comes out to be 97 students. So students, DI is an area which you cannot afford to ignore, as it becomes a fully 33% of your total maths questions. Roughly 1/3 of the total questions in this area comes from data interpretation. So in order to learn more such tricks on data interpretation and other areas, students, you should log in and create an account at hitbullseye.com. Thank you so much. Happy learning.